Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. This time around we have the N7 Hurricane. The N7 Hurricane is a Digital Deluxe or Collector's Edition weapon, so if you do not purchase those, you don't have it. Hopefully it will eventually be made into DLC. This weapon is really designed to be a close quarters weapon. It is incredibly rapid fire. It is, I believe, the fastest firing weapon in the game, barring, like the Geth Spitfire, the heavy weapon. It does more damage per shot than most SMGs. It weighs more than most SMGs. It is a close quarters weapon. It has ridiculous kick, not really meant to be used over longer ranges. It burns through ammo also at a ridiculous rate, making it sometimes difficult to use as a primary. But to go into mods, as all SMGs do, and just the vast majority of weapons, this weapon does benefit greatly from a high caliber barrel from a damage mod. But more so than that, I would say a heatsink is very useful. Helps to conserve ammunition, and also a magazine upgrade. Because this weapon does use ammo so rapidly, it can be helpful to have an increased clip, especially if you'd like to use this with abilities like Marksman and use it over longer ranges when firing from cover. It does reload quickly though, and one clip will generally be just enough to kill most targets. So at least most just unshielded red bar targets. That is something to also keep in mind. I would not use a scope unless you intend to use this weapon with Marksman, firing from cover over longer distances. Otherwise, I really do not feel that a scope is worthwhile. It's actually detrimental at short range or point blank range. And lastly, ultralight materials are very nice for this weapon. It is much heavier than most SMGs. Still lightweight compared to many weapons, but can be helpful if you like to use powers as frequently as possible. I will just be using a heatsink and the ultralight materials, just so I can use this weapon as much as possible to show it to you guys, and so I can use powers as much as necessary. And I am playing on Insanity, so this is, my standard. Live Fire series is always done on Insanity. But here we go. And I'll start out by shooting from cover at ranges that I wouldn't recommend. At mid-range from behind cover, you can, try to fire and burst to chip away at enemies, but really not what this weapon is meant for, at least not without Marksman. Marksman changes everything, of course. And I'm going to actually close on these Guardians to show you guys, trying to fire through the mail slot. Really not happening. So I won't be bothering with that anymore. And I generally fire for the midsection and try to work my way up to the head rather than actually aiming for the head, because this weapon's kick is so intense. It makes it difficult to really keep shots on the head at short range. As you can see, I've already burned through a tremendous amount of ammunition. I'm going to try to save some for the Centurion. If at all possible. So let me try to move up. This weapon does do great damage if you can keep shots on target. Something to keep in mind. Okay, get out of here. Really don't want to use this at long range of the Centurion. Don't want to miss. Some Guardians will be coming in just a second. Yay! That makes my life easier. Come on, don't be that way. That could have been bad. You are troublesome. Turn around. Turn around, turn around. Turn around. Really? 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 Finally. Okay. Oh, the Centurion's right here. Awesome. Well, as you can see, if you can keep shots on target, this thing rips right through shields. It is a very rapid-fire weapon. So that does make sense. Just like most SMGs, assault rifles, they tend to be pretty decent at taking out shielded opponents. It does vary depending on the SMG or the assault rifle, but overall... So it looks like we are about done, guys. There's really not much left for me to show, and there really aren't many enemies left. Will not escape. Alright, looks like everybody's dead, so I'll just punch this guy in the crotch, finish him off. Alright, thanks for watching. If I forgot, this is Insanity. Pretty sure I actually mentioned it this time. This is my live fire series. Have a good one, guys.